No, Steiny, Larry Krueger in for Steiny, and now we are joined by the Kobe and Shaq of the station, Dan Dibley and Mark Willard, with what I've already dubbed, if you haven't been listening, the extended version of the crossover.
Oh, I
Let's
heard it.
go!
I heard it, and I got very, very excited right away.
Willard, so no bags on the shoulder,
No,
baby.
I'm excited.
Well, before we go anywhere, who's the Kobe and who's the Shaq? Because I know I'm a little bit heavier, and I'm just wondering how you see it.
Two of my favorite players, so it don't even matter.
It actually does matter.
But the bigger question is not which one of us is which, but why do you think we hate each other? If we're Kobe and Shaq, that means we're at each other's throats until after we retire.
Okay, because
then
Shaq
we love each other. So when our career's
Shaq is
over,
emotional about putting you down. I'm like, kind of convenient.
When Dibs turns 80 and I turn 55, we'll have rocking chairs somewhere, and
that was
we'll
a shot.
Willard, what?
Tell me how my cash tastes.
Yeah.
80 and 55.
Isn't that the difference between us?
It's about 6 years and change,
all right.
dog.
I mean, whatever it is, it feels like a lot.
When I'm 80, you'll be 74.
Willard's going to be 49 for like 19
There
years.
you go.
That's right.
I ain't mad
We'll
at
be
him.
49 until it works the way it was supposed to. That was supposed to be serendipitous. That meant the 49ers were going to win the Super Bowl because I was turning 49 right before it happened.
Because that's how it works.
And that's right. And
Look at you with your big vocab, your serendipitous.
Totally.
Spencer Burford messed it all up. It's all his fault.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Turns out you're emotionally 15, like Patrick Mahomes wears 15.
It's free will.
I'm going to take a 2, but that's all I wanted.
I thought I was a little bit more Ayuk, actually. Let's not use Mahomes' number.
Brandon.
I'm 11. Please.
Yeah. And you were open, too.
I was open.
And now you're pouting.
So was he.
Yeah. Couple times.
Can we get to what's bugging you? When does that start?
2:00. Oh, you got something.
No,
you came in a little
I have a feeling he's going to stretch out.
I said I didn't do anything to him.
Get to 2:00 and I'll be done at 2:30, maybe.
I'm going to throw to you, Willard. What about your tweet last night? We talk about Klay Thompson.
Oh, wait a second.
I
He
tweeted
goes
last
out.
night?
No, and then, yeah, you did.
I did?
He says, why
like,
is
no
this
joke.
team
I have no idea what I said. What did I do?
the Warriors were
review.
What'd I say?
smothering and dismantling the Jazz.
Oh,
and they were a college shot away.
I did
don't know
tweet.
what he did Tibbs on that possession, but you said, what is it about the fourth quarter?
They're allergic.
And Willard, it hit me in the
They're
heart
allergic.
like, I'm okay. Willard, that's how I feel.
Oh, my God.
What was that?
It's not what was that. What is that? It happens every game. Every game.
Boy, they were up 1.
Every game, they suddenly cannot get a rebound in the entire fourth quarter. So, I mean, a lot of people responded with different ideas. They're old, so they run out of gas. I don't know if I buy that. Maybe it's that it's a different group, a different lineup every night. Sometimes I think things like that can feel a little contagious. So, in other words, you've had a bunch of fourth quarter collapses. So you get there and mentally it's here we go again and it becomes self-fulfilling. But I don't have the answer. All I know is it's terrifying when the fourth quarter starts. I want to go hold up 4 fingers to Klay. Hey, fourth quarter, dude. How about?
Because he had a couple shots he didn't hit in the
And
fourth.
he was fantastic last night. How long have we wondered what would Klay do if he came off the bench? Well, score 35 apparently.
Yeah.
So that's
It's good
great.
to see.
Yeah, I don't know.
By the way, Mark,
I don't know
if you're tweeting enough. I'm looking at you.
I don't tweet a lot.
Why?
Because it's growth, Larry.
Really?
It's growth. I'm outgrowing
the Mark
X.
Willard that I know used to tweet more.
I did.
Than this Mark Willard.
I used to now.
You've really changed.
Yeah,
It's kind of like
He doesn't want that smoke.
No, it's kind of like a U2 album. Like you got to
The Joshua
wait
Tree.
5 years until you really want it, and then I'll give it to you.
Sunday, Bloody Sunday.
Yeah, like I don't
you.
know. Is there anyone in the world who's been on Twitter and they're like, you know what I love is someone who just won't shut up. Like I love it when someone tweets 18 times an hour. Nobody
That is a little too much.
It's a little much.
Where the tweets have no name.
You
too.
Very
Oh, look
good.
at that.
Very good. You
That was a
didn't.
4.
You haven't muted me.
Well, I don't really go on Twitter anymore. That's
But
why.
how do you
I'm
know?
not
He
telling
may
the
have
truth.
muted
No,
you.
he hasn't muted me, and
dabble.
the reason he hasn't muted me is because I don't overdo it.
Yeah.
It's not an
Yeah.
oversaturation sensation.
That's a
Larry.
bug. And
But how do you know if you've been muted? You really don't.
you don't.
You don't hear
but
from him.
Because I trust him, and he told me.
I would tell you.
Yeah.
And
He'll
you're not
tell you to
muted.
your face.
Has
And,
he muted me?
No, I haven't. Guru,
Yes.
it's been back and forth, Guru.
Have you ever thought about muting
You
me?
had him muted.
No, because honestly, Larry,
down your
like
formula.
when you tweet a lot, like most of the stuff you tweet is information.
Damn it.
It's not like hot takery. It's not
Right.
nonsense. And when you say something's nonsensical,
No, there's some nonsense on there today, actually.
there is.
Twice in the last 24 hours. He's
what?
like, Bill Belichick.
No, and he's right about
That's
that.
not
right?
nonsense.
You're going to do a whole
Complete
show with an
nonsense.
egg on your face. And
Great.
Larry, he said that earlier in the week. He
I'll
said,
do it.
if they hire Bill Belichick, I'll
You're
do a
out.
whole show with egg on my face.
No joke.
So
and I will.
You want to see a
Will it be
scrambled egg?
a hard? I want to see a hard boiled kind of just.
No, it's whatever anybody
the yolk.
wants.
No.
No,
People want
Grandy
raw
wants to
and-
actually crack the egg on my head and just leave it there.
And somebody actually
Smelly
tweeted
egg.
at me and said egg salad. And I
Great.
think,
I don't care
there's
what it
mayonnaise
is.
involved, and I think that's a
That's
little
gross.
bit over the line.
That is
Yeah, it
gross.
is.
And that's not egg on your face. That's actually egg and mayonnaise.
I don't
Which
even
mayonnaise
want-
is also egg.
I don't even
That's
want
like-
mayonnaise in my
that's like a
mouth,
bowl- that's
let
like a
alone on
bowl
my
game.
head.
I'm with you, Willard. My kryptonite.
Good Lord.
Wait, you won't.
Oh, dude, mayonnaise is-
You won't have.
Mayo and guac.
You
I'm
won't
done.
have any mayo.
Yeah.
Wait, guac?
Yeah, I've ended relationships. Like, I can't kiss that. Even
Hold on. Did you just
Guac
put,
is golden.
Did you just put guac in the same sentence as mayonnaise? Wait a minute.
Time out.
Yeah, I didn't like
Time out.
We're going to take a 20 and talk this over.
We have issues
I
going
have
here.
no problem with what anybody doesn't like.
I
And if
wouldn't have
you're
agreed to come in today if I knew that.
Seriously,
boy.
right?
If you're
Use
not into
anti-guac.
guacamole, then that's fine.
Man.
But don't you dare put it in the same sentence as mayonnaise
I'm gonna eat it.
and mustard.
It's Kobe and Shaq for
Guacamole. That's a completely different layered experience
man.
than the laziness of I slapped mayo on my
Okay,
sandwich because
okay.
it was dry.
Mayo is kind of an overrated thing. If you think about it,
Whoa,
there is
whoa.
there's nothing that it's really good on. The only thing that I'll say that, I mean, I got to have a little mayo. If I go like a ham sandwich or a roast beef sandwich, just a little bit of mayo wouldn't
No,
be,
just
it's
put
not
some
bad.
cheese on it if you want something to
But I
soften
don't
it
like
up.
cheese. I don't want to go with cheese.
You like all the cheeses. Let's be honest,
I do like
Larry.
all the,
Dude,
I know all the cheese.
Mayonnaise is like a good number 2 hitter where you can bunt with mayo, you can move a runner over, you can hit a sack fly, you can drive in a run. Mayo is underrated.
Or you could barf all over yourself. which is
Ketchup,
what-
I think
ketchup
mayo's
is
an
for
easy,
children.
Mayo's an easy thing to
God.
cut out, though. A BLT, though, I mean,
You gotta have
want-
mayo.
You gotta have a
What are you
little
gonna put on there? Ketchup?
Yeah, I mean,
If
seriously.
you put ketchup on anything other than French fries, you're a child.
I can go spicy
no,
mustard.
that I-
Raise your hand if you are pro or con Thousand Island dressing. And
I'm pro.
okay, then you,
There's mayonnaise in that.
you're down. Yeah, and ketchup.
I'm not
There's
a big,
mayonnaise
I'm
and
not a big
ketchup.
Thousand Island.
Yes, but you bury the ketchup like you do a Giants hitter in the 7-hole.
Now-
Unfortunately, you got to bury every Giants hitter in the 7-hole.
That I
They're
can do.
fighting each other to get to that 7th hole right now.
That I can do on a burger. Any restaurant that goes, we have secret sauce. That's called Thousand Island dressing. It's not a secret. I can see what color it is, and I can taste what's in it.
Right, it's orange.
That's ketchup and mayo mixed together.
with mustard.
And you called it a
with
secret.
Mustard.
No mustard.
Oh, absolutely.
No
in
mustard.
the in the secret sauce, there's mustard in the secret sauce.
I don't want mayo on a
I'll
burger,
gamble
though.
with you on McDonald's secret sauce whether or not it has mustard
We're
in it.
not talking about McDonald's.
We
If you
are.
want to talk about M&G's in Fairfax, the originator of the secret sauce.
I love M&G's. I'm
Yeah.
not talking about that's
You got to put a little hint of mustard in your secret sauce.
comparing M&G's and McDonald's would be like someone saying, I don't know, putting mayo and guac in the same sentence.
Kobe Bryant
Who
and
would
Zach
do that?
Levine.
I
Who
kind
would
of
do that?
prefer McDowell's.
McDowell's.
Thank you. Trading place. I'm coming to America. My fault.
Yes, flip you too.
He was so happy to work there.
Oh my God,
I
McDowell's.
definitely prefer McDowell's.
Guru, are you down on avocados
Oh,
in general?
it's right. Yes,
So
I
like
am.
avocados is a no, and that's
Yeah.
why guac is a no.
Beans, too. I'm
a
not
good
a
guac
bean
has
eater.
You don't-
onions and salsa.
You don't go to a good
cilantro.
organic bakery and get avo toast?
This is great.
You don't do that?
just-
You should get the avo toast. It's so good. It really is. You should.
Mark
It's
sounds
so
very normal,
good.
very natural with that.
Too
I'm going
natural.
to go on Carissa Thompson and Aaron Andrews' podcast and be like, the avo toast is
I'm with you.
so
I'm with you on the beans.
good.
Yeah, I just can't do
It's
beans.
so good.
So
Shout out the North
if I
Bay.
hit my favorite burrito place, I'll probably say all rice, no beans.
Okay.
It's like all gas, no brakes. You know,
all rice,
Look at my
no
guy.
beans.
You got to go the other way. No beans,
beans?
no rice.
No, but
is the way to go.
The beans are wet. You know, do I want
Those beans are wet.
I want wet beans. I want a taco that's a little drier. I don't want an avalanche of moisture coming down from my burrito. I want a burrito that stays in its.
Larry.
You know, that I can. You know, I don't want.
Have you ever
But if you
thought
don't have
about
the
going
beans,
whole beans?
the beans don't block the rice. When you take a bite, the rice just pours out all over the plate.
I don't
Damn.
like. Have you ever seen
Right?
Beans pour out too much later.
That's fine though.
beans sitting there for a while looks
natural
terrible.
process.
Refried beans?
Refried beans, no.
Black
Pinto,
beans?
no. Black beans, no.
Oh my God!
Kidney beans
I
and
had
chili.
no idea all these years I've been working
Garbanzo
with people who don't
beans.
know how to
I'm with
eat.
you.
Do you like a garbanzo? Willard, you know,
In a salad?
Willard
Yeah.
has a recipe,
No,
for a
look at
garbanzo.
him.
Dude, you
got
don't
his
like
bag
hummus?
in here.
The whole point of hummus is like the base of hummus is a garbanzo bean.
Hummus?
You don't eat hummus?
I don't.
What's the matter
I really
with you?
Don't. I don't eat hummus.
Hummus
I
is
got a
delicious. It
confession.
makes if you're going to be
What's
a
the
watch party person, you got to get in love with hummus.
What's the purpose of hummus?
to eat it?
I know, but is it good
I'm gonna
for
eat
you?
it. I'm gonna
Moisture.
eat it. It's better for you than what you usually dip chips in. I'll tell you that.
Hummus
it's
is
better
like-
than nacho cheese.
Hummus is like running the ball on 2nd and 2. You're not going to get 28 yards.
First down.
You're going to get 3, maybe 4. You might get 2 1/4.
I'd like to go up
Hummus
top
is
on
gonna
2nd and
move
2.
the
the
chains.
great Christian Okoye with his famous quote, "You need 2 yards. I'm gonna give you 3.
That is the greatest.
You
The
need
Nigerian
4
nightmare,
yards.
by the
I'm
way.
gonna give you 3."
Shout out Azusa Pacific.
There you
I
go.
saw the great Christian Okoye. He was at the Westgate.
Thank you.
Look at Larry.
Whop
having
him.
a party,
Whop him.
a little dance party.
Whop him.
Christian Okoye getting Christian Okoye was actually the
Keep whopping
headliner.
him.
I mean, think about that. You're at the Westgate.
Yeah.
Should we go? Should we not go? The Nigerian nightmare could be there. We're there.
Did you
I mean-
speak to him?
Yes, I did. I played golf with Christian Okoye.
And
Oh, keep
man.
doing it. hitting
keep
it.
whopping him.
Dude, seriously.
And now the Westgate is
One of the
closed.
best running backs ever to have 3 vowels in his name.
Christian
Greater
Okoye.
than Ezekiel Elliott
Oh, wow.
with 3 wasted vowels.
How about this? Learn your.
Aziz Al-Shair.
Future Niner.
Back to the
Coming
Niners.
Yeah, and I love that,
Exactly.
Larry. You nailed
Exactly.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I wish you weren't here
Larry
because I would have stolen that one, and that's so stealable because I think you're right.
Aziz coming back.
I'm going to steal
Right.
it.
Who's the DC going to be?
Totally.
Is it going to be Chris Kiffin to bring Aziz back?
It might.
Yeah.
It might. It's not going to be Bill Belichick. I can
It's
tell
not
you
going to
that.
be Brandon
I'm telling
Staley.
you, Bill
Bill
Belichick would be the
Belichick.
great. That would be
Oh, yeah.
Would be a great. It would be a great
a
hire.
whole year of talking about the lack of sideline energy. Let's go get Bill Belichick because that's fun.
Yeah, because the guy's not good at his job. I mean, he's
nobody
pretty good.
fires up Fred Warner on the sideline like a guy in a hoodie with a bad attitude.
I don't need Fred fired up. I just need them.
Uh-oh. It's
playing
time
in
for the
right
legal.
spot.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ, FM, and HD1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app, Twitch, and YouTube, powered by First NorCal Credit.
Stop what you're doing because I'm about to
Willard, I
ruin.
thought I was
Image
gonna-
and the style that
Hey.
you used to.
Now it's time for
Willard.
What's Bugging You
Let's
Guys.
go.
Brought to you by ATCO Pest Control. Dibs, you go first. What's bugging you?
I'll tell you what's bugging me, and it's not what's bugging me, it's who's bugging me. And it's all these people out there looking a gift win in the mouth. Because as Herm Edwards once said, you play to win the game. Hello? And so when you go to Utah and you win 140 to 137, and you're a team that is struggling, Joe Namath, to win games, you don't look at the win and start to nitpick like our very own Mark Grandy. And I will quote from Mark Grandy's Twitter,
put me on
Mr.
that
Postgame
list,
himself. And I haven't seen your ex, but Mark Grandy talking about Clay, 35 points through 3 quarters, scoreless in the 4th. Warriors nearly blow a second 15-point lead in as
hyper-negative.
many nights. It's super hyper negative. They beat Utah. They've won 8 of 10. Grandy, you're bugging me. Good.
And you could never. He could never.
Hey, I
That's
love that
exactly
one.
what I was trying to
He
do.
could never coach Little League because you got to do the sandwich of a positive, a negative, and a positive.
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
And he had the inverse sandwich there. He had a negative, maybe a positive, and a more
Yeah,
negative.
meat on the outside, bread on the inside.
Pajemski was the post-game interview, and
Dude, I thought he was going to cry.
I know. I'm like, he's going to leave.
He was mad.
He was
like,
furious.
I appreciated that.
First words out of his mouth. That felt like a loss. Like, oh.
And you tweeted
Look
the
at you,
fourth quarter.
rookie.
I was like, man.
And that was my thought.
But I tweeted before it was over now.
Yeah.
I tweeted that before it was over. Because I'm like, are you really going to gag another one? You morons.
The ball down
sorry, Dibs. Go ahead.
No.
Turn around.
But you know me, Mark. I'm not prone to the positive, but I saw that, and I thought, you know what? Good for you guys. You gave up $137 and you won. And you needed an open three to miss, but you won. This team is not in a spot where we can start talking about pageant contests and beauty contests and all the rest of it. This team needs wins. And you got to win in Utah. You got two wins over Utah. You have the tiebreaker over Utah. You got space over Utah. You're the 10 seed and moving north. Let's get over it, everybody.
But it's bigger than Utah if you play somebody better, Willard, and that is something that will get you beat. We just saw it the night before against the Clippers. They gave the game away.
I don't want to come up with a point that's going to make everybody go, oh, well, that took the mood down. But let's not forget what this game was. I do want to.
It's a makeup game.
Not just a makeup game, but the point being is
why it's being played.
Where you're dealing with a team that has to be at that point, and I mean this now more so than other teams around the league, mentally and physically exhausted after the last 2.5 weeks. You're on a back-to-back where you had to come off the road home, back home onto the road, and they played a condensed number of games in a condensed number of days because of everything they've been through, and they're still 3 or 4 games behind the rest of the league because of what happened. Like they've got the same number of losses as the Lakers. But the Lakers have played 3 more games than them. So this thing got all disrupted, and we knew this period was going to be a race. It was, what was it? It was like 8 games in 11 days.
Yeah.
And for them to do 8-2 during that, Dibs is right. It doesn't have to be that aesthetic. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Right.
They want it. It's annoying, but they want it.
No doubt. Well,
as my father said, I'm sorry, just many years ago, go ugly and you'll never be alone. Dwayne Dibley.
UGL.
And rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Dwayne Dibley.
Go ugly. And what did he mean by that exactly?
You know exactly what he meant. He meant in terms of trying to find companionship as a man who
I'm with you, Willard.
he was voted.
Have you taken that advice?
He won the award at College of Marin as the he was the ugliest man on campus.
Trying to take him down right at 2:05.
There was a time that
he introduced the topic.
We're on the air. You're asking him to I mean,
yeah, I could show you a picture of my wife and you could judge for yourself. But I think you would say, "Whoa, you outkicked your coverage." But,
oh, really?
Yeah, there was a time when your boy was looking to move the chains with short passes and first downs.
Do you always ignore your father's advice?
No, he's been gone a long time, Larry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, there you go. Now it's a sore spot.
Yeah. Yeah, and I haven't been alone for about 35 years.
Look at you.
There you go.
God. Let me tell you what's bugging me.
Okay, what is bugging you?
When I call these damn locations and I put a password on my account, the reason I have a password is that's all I should have to answer to verify it's me. But now, what's your password, Mr. Johnson? Dallas. What's your mother's maiden name? Why do I have to take 20 questions?
Where were you born?
The password is it.
Are you a robot?
But that's where it's going.
Can you select 8 boxes?
Fraud is at an all-time high. I was on the phone with Kaiser, 20 questions after the password. So I said, why do I even have a password? So we got into it with that, and I'm just like, come on, Willard.
Did you ask the people when you finally got on?
I was asking them.
Yeah, see, that's tough because
there's a lot of fraud going on.
That's not their fault. Like, they're not in charge of you've got to click on the 4 boxes that have a bicycle in it.
No, it's ridiculous.
It is.
I'm with you.
It is, but don't yell at those poor people that are making $20 an hour on the phone.
No, but I mean, seriously, you want to buy 4 white walls these days, and it's like, what's your password?
Wow,
what do
white walls.
I don't want a password. I don't even want these tires.
Here's the bottom line: we got so many passwords that I have no idea what my password is.
Oh, I know.
And by the way, it doesn't matter if you know what your password is, because if you don't know what your password is, you just click on "Forgot Password" and they give you your password.
All I got to say, and I mentioned this earlier this week, but I'm coaching Little League. And
all of the
steps.
Keep whopping him.
All of the steps that you need to take.
We talked about
being a coach of Little League.
Oh my God!
You're around kids. I've been thinking of that.
Retinal scan. It's like, what else? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Is this true Little League or Pony?
It's
Like, which organization is it?
It's Pleasant Hill Little League.
It's Little League. Okay.
But we're in junior.
If you were in
the
Pony
kid's
League,
a 14-year-old.
True story. Pony League.
Independent of Little League.
Correct. But it's a different organization, and I agreed to be one of the coaches of the All-Star team. This is like a decade ago.
Right.
Agreed to be one of the not the lead, but one of the coaches. And we get to our first round, and it's tournament style, and you're getting teams that have traveled or whatever. And these are like 8-year-old kids. Okay, 8-year-old kids, right? These are kids.
They have rules about everything: like shorts, dogs,
right? They're
barbecuing, everything.
Their underwear are on backwards.
Right.
What are we doing? All of a sudden, we're about 6 minutes from first pitch. I can see the coaching staff on the other side huddling. Next thing you know,
you're not wearing the proper belt.
Here comes
you're
the
not
umpire.
wearing the proper belt.
The umpire, sir. Do you have official baseball pants?
Oh boy!
I said, these are sweats because they're 8, and we're going to play baseball, and then we're going to go eat burgers when it's over. You gone.
You were ejected?
Threw me out of the game.
Dude, you can't wear sweats.
Threw me out of the game.
What do you mean?
Because I went over to the umpire.
I've always said Mark's very difficult.
Then this ended up at the
nonconformist.
The person that's over in the stands, like the official pony representative.
Tell me they let you come back and coach.
No!
Not only did I not
they
come back
ripped
and
the
coach.
sweats off his body.
When I went and sat in the stands and kept whispering things to the team through the chain link fence.
You can't do that?
Because they're 8.
You're gone again. You're re-gone.
Re-gone.
That's wild. I think that happened to
Ronald
you.
Re-gone.
I went
Bad News Bears.
I went and congratulated the other coach for being the biggest bleep hole that's ever lived on planet
You
Earth.
needed to do that.
That guy needs to get beaten.
I would have put track shoes on you and run you like Carl Lewis in '84.
Look at
You're an
Dibs.
angry troll.
Rules are rules.
Dibs is a ref and an ump.
I enforce the rules, Larry. It's what I do.
Come on, though.
You got to enforce the rules.
No, we don't.
I teed up a 10-year-old this week, and he had it coming to him.
Boy, look at the smile.
Dude, for the third...
Exactly, he loved it. He's like, I think I can finally live out my childhood dream. Tee up a 5th grader.
Dude, Larry, early in the game...
Are you smarter than a 5th grader?
Early
nope,
in the game,
but I'm bigger than one.
This kid goes to the hoop, and there was contact. He turns around and gives me the... And I go, no, 23. We're not doing that today. We're not doing slap, slap, slap.
You gave him a warning.
We're not doing slap, slap, slap. And then about, half an hour later, he pulls up from the foul line, and nobody touches him, and he gives me the... And I go, you know what? That's a tee.
Yeah, the parents hated you, did
Nobody knew what was going on. And the coach was like...
Because they'd never seen it before.
The coach was like, what? I said, Coach, we will not stand for overt examples of disrespect. Not today, sir.
Okay, so I'm coaching Little League. Like,
that's a team.
Maybe 5 years. What year did the Warriors play the Cavs in the finals?
16.
16.
Well,
16.
one of those years.
Yeah, like multiple.
The teabag year was
It's
16.
Game 1.
When did they not?
Game 1,
Right.
Warriors Cavs of the finals. We have a Little League meeting to talk about the All-Stars, right? So I'm coaching All-Stars. And the guy says, hey, and it's 7 o'clock. And I'm like, hey, man, we got the Warriors. We got the Warriors going, with the Cavs. It's game 1 of the finals. And he's like, oh, yeah, we're definitely going to hurry it up. We'll be out of here by 9.
Wow.
What?
I said 9. Wait a second. The guy is not wearing shoes or socks. God. Okay, so now we got to sit there, some moron with bare feet. And then he sits there for a half hour. A half hour. We talked about what are regulation versus non-regulation coaches' shorts.
Oh, gosh.
We talked about they can't be cargo because and they've got to be a slim fit. They've got to be a this. You got to get them at Kohl's, and it can't be an off-white. It can't be if your
can't be beige.
It cannot be beige, and it can't be taupe. We need a taupe. It needs to be a taupe short with no pocket on the side. I'm like, you're kidding me. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss a half hour of Warrior finals.
Yeah,
because we're talking coaching shorts.
It's brutal.
Yeah, that is brutal.
Oh my God,
that definitely was bugging you 8 years ago.
Stuff off the chest.
I'll tell you what, what's bugging me right now. Is Mac McClung
Skip
is
me.
the favorite for the dunk contest?
Dude, we'll get to you, Willard.
No, I'm not. All right.
I'm supposed to watch a dunk contest that doesn't even include an NBA player?
Thank you.
This is just-
He's defending champ.
It's sad.
I know who Mac. He was a Warrior for a while, right? I know
For like
he's
a half an hour.
But I mean, why not just start pulling anybody out of? If
Just
you
cancel it, Larry.
Or just pull people out of the stands. Hey, if you're wearing Willard's sweats and you're in section 145 and you want to come down here and dunk, try it. I mean, that would be cool if suddenly they pulled somebody out of the stands who could win.
It
Or
would be
players
cool.
that cared about their sport like Mike, Dominique, Kobe, that would actually participate. And that's the one fault I got for LeBron, not doing and then he'll go in the game and do an 88 win, whatever you call it.
I mean,
that's so like middle finger to the league, man.
I haven't been excited about that event in a long time.
It's dead. And I think I didn't even know.
What was the last
Steph,
good one? Was
Steph
like Aaron
UNESCO
Gordon
thing
and Levine.
by far and away to me
Yeah.
is going to be the highlight
So
of
it's
the
just them
weekend.
two.
Right?
It's a separate event. There's the 3-point shootout, which don't sleep on it because you've got a lot of big time 3-point shooters in the contest, and then it's the 1v1.
Oh, wow.
It's it's a separate event, which I think is great, but you got Trae Young and others in the 3-point shootout, which will be good, and then Steph against Sabrina will be a separate thing.
I'd actually like if at the 11th hour they announced that Caitlin Clark is in it as well.
She is
Jaime Jaquez? Is Jaime
What on
Jaquez?
earth was
He's in the
that?
dunk contest.
Yeah.
Can Jaime Jaquez even dunk?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen
That would be a really cool wrinkle if he couldn't. I would watch if they're like, so he's in the
Dudes
dunk
need-
contest
yeah,
and he
a whole
can't
minute
dunk.
to dunk.
Jaime Jaquez will attempt the reverse layup.
I'd be like, this is he's going to pull up from 5.
Now we're playing horse.
Is Jacob Toppin different than Obi Toppin?
Yes.
See, I don't know my
And
Toppins.
that's what's hilarious.
I don't know
Yeah.
my Toppins.
Yeah. That's what's really funny is that everyone's like, oh, Obi Toppin, who can dunk.
Yeah, he's been in it
this is
before.
Jacob Toppin.
Jacob Toppin.
much bigger fan of
What
their
team
brother
is
Pizza
Jacob Toppin on?
He's my guy.
Yes.
That's my guy.
What team is he on, Larry?
Jacob Toppin?
Yeah.
He's in the West.
Yes.
No, I have no idea.
There you go.
Wow,
He's in the West.
Yeah, he's on the Dallas Timberwolves, the Mavericks, and Thunder.
We'll find out soon. What you got, Willard?
Oh, what's bugging me?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You've
You
been
better stretch out. Where do I start?
It's been a day.
You don't like Jorge Soler.
I
do
knew
you?
when you walked
No, he
in,
loves
something
him.
was
He
different.
loves him. Yeah.
You're mad the Giants got a hitter that somebody actually has heard of.
Exactly. I wanted to stick with another trade with the Mariners AAA team. No, I have to pick one of 28 things that I could pick today. We'll go with this one because I just don't understand it. And I don't ever want to turn into, at any point in my life, even when I am like as old as Dibs, I don't want to be. It
Hurts.
I don't want to be.
That ain't right.
I don't.
That ain't right.
I don't want to be the old fuddy-duddy on
Yeah.
the corner who's like, they don't do it like they used to. Hey, man, want a beer? I never want to be this guy.
You got to take a drive-by on Boach. I mean,
just-
that's a
And
Hall
me.
of Famer.
But
Exactly.
I don't understand after COVID why so many different aspects of customer service died and we gave up on the idea of getting them back. So for me, one of the biggest things on earth that you can't do, Dibs, how often do we talk about expectations?
All the time.
And how they kill things.
Yeah.
They kill it. If you go in, you're like, this movie, my buddy told me was the best thing in the history of movies. God, you're going to be disappointed. Therefore, do not, if you have any control over it, overpromise and underdeliver. I don't know what happened.
Farhan, are you listening?
I don't know what happened to our national and international system of shipping things. I don't know what happened. If you're going to tell me that Amazon.com can read my mind, send me a text, I go, oh, I do like that.
Okay.
I'll buy it. And it's in a locker down the street at a store from me 2 hours from now. Why, when I order something a month ago, and you tell me, oh, it's going to come on February 12th. And then February 12th comes, and they go, you know what? It's actually going to come on February 15th.
boy.
And then February 15th comes, and he goes, you know what? We actually have no idea when it's going to come. And then you call and ask, and they go, you should probably ask somebody else.
Oh, man.
We don't know where it is. Well, my son's birthday's Sunday.
Oh, boy.
Morons.
Fine. Yeah, go
Really?
ahead. Yeah, go
That's
ahead.
fine.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Want to see, what's the movie? Reggae.
Bob Marley.
Yeah.
When you
It's like an episode of Password broke out.
When you
that was crazy.
When you literally work for something that's called customer support, and I email you about your product that's now not going to be at my son's 10-year-old birthday party, and now I got to spend all day tomorrow buying other crap that we don't even want because he's got to have something on his birthday. And your answer to me at customer support is, did you call the mail people? Why don't you call somebody else?
You live in my life.
And find
Dude,
out
living my life.
what happened to our product that you purchased for hundreds of dollars weeks ago. Why don't you call someone else and find out where it is?
Must be a shipping issue.
What the hell did you just say to me?
It's on now.
What did you just say to me?
Basically, F you.
Basically.
They could have asked for your password.
Yeah. That's
Exactly.
Boy,
It's Dallas.
boy.
apparently.
Oh, that had to set you
Boy,
That had to set
what was that
you
old
off.
movie, Falling Down? Remember that old movie?
Dude, you're not ready for Michael Douglas. You're far away from that.
I know, you know me, my
And you know
DNA.
me,
I will never get to Michael
Dude,
Douglas.
You know
I'll never
me.
get there.
I'm like one bump into me away from like firing on somebody.
I'm just like,
you know
I
I'm
gotta be
angry.
careful, dude.
Yeah.
But I'm like, is this really how it works
Yeah.
now?
Wow, man.
It'll be here then. No, it'll be here then. We don't know.
Right.
Call someone else?
Yeah.
What?
My wife bought a
You
sweater.
hitting a nerve for me. I'm just like,
No,
man.
and
Hey,
I'm-
but that money
I'm
came
like-
on your credit card when you processed the payment.
sure did.
The,
Of course.
the
Sure
end of
did.
my rope came an hour ago, and Dibs already knows. I told him when I walked in. I don't know where the hell today's going.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
I'm
Are you-
like-
what kind of
I'm
dad
like an
are
edgy
you?
Willard.
Are you going to go double gift?
Yeah,
Or
are you gonna go get the
Well,
same
he's
thing?
already.
Yes.
I already had a complimentary piece. But if I only give him that, I'll be the biggest dork dad of all time. Like that cannot be the highlight. Fortunately,
But
I've
you got 3 kids, and the others are going to notice that he's.
Yeah, but
he's-
they're teenagers.
right,
They're almost adults. And fortunately, I got someone
Waking
like,
up at 1.
like the lovely
Nice to
Christy.
sit with Roma,
This
my
is
daughter.
the lovely Christy. This is her cup of tea. She's like, watch how we turn this into lemonade, and there'll be puppies jumping out of boxes by Sunday morning or something. I don't know what the hell we're going to do.
Puppies?
I don't. No, I'm not.
The
getting
lovely
a puppy.
Christy will deliver
Like
and make
that'll-
it like,
yeah.
I'll be laughing at
hey,
that.
look over here, the shiny object.
Exactly.
I
So-
like a woman who can persevere.
I will lean
the
on
two of
her,
them.
but
Yeah.
like, my God, we're gonna have to do something. I'm not showing up with a gift card. You know what I mean? Like, what do we?
no, I know, and it's 10.
It's 10.
Yeah, that's a bad one. That's a bad one.
And I
A
actually,
carton of
this is-
cigarettes and a slap on the back.
Listen, I don't like the whole the low expectations of a dad. You know what I mean? Like, I actually hate that when as a single dad, when the moms of the world are like, oh my God, like, he actually can wake up in the morning and cook a food. Like, I hate that. Like, yeah, I'm capable, but I thought ahead.
Man.
I did this right.
This is a man who's put together lentil salads.
Thank you. It was not even February yet when I did this. I thought ahead.
This
Have
is
you
why
called
he
the
has
male
such
people?
love for Kyle Shanahan,
And you-
because Shanahan designed to play. Burford goes the wrong way, and Shanahan, and in this analogy, it's Mark Willard. I had 2 guys open. I bought this present 2 weeks
Yep.
ago, but unfortunately,
And Burford works for UPS.
yeah, it comes.
And
Super
he's like,
Bowl
I don't know where the
Sunday.
freak I'm supposed to go. I
then
don't
when you
know.
get
He
the
sent it to
manager-
Poughkeepsie.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
And when you go with give me your manager, you're somewhere in Timbuktu.
Oh, my God.
Dude.
Oh, you can't even.
Somebody like my
Literally
manager's not
Timbuktu.
available.
You will
Right.
spend your whole day
I'm
trying to
good.
even get a human being. Dibs knows this. No joke. The crossover started. I was in the other room on the phone with the recording that's asking for my tracking number,
2,
which
0,
is 87 digits. I read it 3 times.
Oh, this guy.
with a space of a full second in between each number.
2, 0, 4,
3
6, 8,
consecutive
8,
times.
4. Angry numbers.
You say the number.
Angry.
You get it. You get
Dude.
a 10-second breath, and then they go, I'm sorry.
No,
We didn't get that number.
Yeah, no
Will you
doubt.
please read it again?
Could you say it less angrily?
So
Say
now,
it less
now we
angrily.
do that for 15 minutes,
it's sad.
and crossover starts. So
Can
we
you
hang
not
up.
say it through clenched teeth?
I mean, I'm like going to climb into this phone.
Yeah, they want
I'm going to come get
What it
you.
used to be, man.
And I hate doing that. Like, I don't want to be in the rocking chair in the corner.
Oh, you're halfway there.
Customer service. Like, it's just so ridiculous. But what happened? I just want someone to explain it to me.
It happened before COVID.
But
what all these companies realize.
Amazon and Apple can show. If I even thought about having a new iPhone, they'd be at my door by 2:30.
We order coffee
What
from
happened?
Amazon, and it's like, you order it at 5 in the morning, and they say it'll be there between 8 and noon. And at like 9:15, you hear the bump, 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 knock, 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 and they run away. It's like, oh, that took 3 hours.
Exactly.
What's wrong with you, Amazon?
The best is when you're like, you go into it with a refusal to talk to the computer. I just zero.
You just sit on zero. I just sit on it.
I want to talk to a human
Right.
being.
That's right.
Oh my God. It's so funny. Or, I mean, to your point, like, I mean, okay, I moved recently. I could call the cable company 2 months before I move. Can you please? I want you there on this day. I want you there on this day. Sure, we'll be there on this day. Oh, actually, it turns out that day is completely full. But 2 weeks later, we have a window from 8 in the morning until midnight, and we will be there at some point. But you have to be sure that you're there when we get there, because if you're not, then there's no adult, and there's a dog, and is the dog put away? I'm sorry, we had to cancel. Like, what are we doing?
Listen,
Seriously.
can I just add to that?
What are we doing?
I got the results from my MRI. I won't name the hospital. Guys, they called me, and I called them. I need my doctor, he'll go nameless, to explain to me what I'm dealing with and when I can start rehab. Your boy got some issues in the knee. They go, yeah, we'll have him call you March 3rd. He's got a I said March 3rd. That's 3 weeks with me walking on my...
I'm not going to even mention
who
this is.
I know, but March 3rd is when he can call you.
Someone very close to me has a child that was going through some, like... chest stuff.
Oh my goodness!
Real stuff.
We'll
right?
get to you in 6 months.
Right? You're like, okay, like this needs some attention.
I'm
and
not
they're like,
laughing.
yes, this is serious. All right, let's make you an appointment. The doctor looks like they got something in May.
April. Oh, not even
May 9th.
Yeah.
May 9th. What are you like?
That's sad, man.
Someone's gonna be dead by then.
It ain't what it used to be.
Well, then make sure you cancel the appointment, because if, I'm sorry, why didn't you show up to the appointment? Well, my kid died 8 weeks ago. Well, you're still going to be charged. Sorry about that.
And my doctor retired. Okay, he retired. He gave out a list.
Well, that's a good excuse.
He gave out a list of like where you can go to go to the next doctor. Right. I called like 9 of them. There's like 12 people on the list, and each time they're like, well, we're not taking on new patients. Well, then why would you put your name on the list? And then they're trying to force me to some doctor, and I'm like, chances are she's crap.
Dude,
right?
That's why she has appointments.
We found a list of doctors in your network. The closest one is Medford, Oregon.
Dude, that's sad.
Don't even get me started about
get ready to go.
Oh, my God.
Willard and Dibs coming up right here on 95.7.
It's therapeutic.